Hi, good evening to all of you guys. Am I audible? Visible too?
Yes, sir, you are audible
Okay.
and visible.
So, yeah, thank you. And we will be taking up resume building exercise. The tips regarding the approach, how to make good resume, effective resume, standout resume, what you call. So welcome once again to all of you, and let's start with today's session. Just an interactive session. Most of the things you already are aware of. The purpose is just to channelize your thought process so as to get best out of it. So before we start, before we move further, let us talk about the difference between resume and CV, because a couple of you wanted me to highlight this difference also and what exactly goes into making CV. So my name is Rajiv Markade with just 20 plus years of experience, and you're free to, please feel free to ask your doubts. So guys, the simpler you say it, why we need to focus on resume and what's the importance of this? A couple of quotes. The simpler you say, the more eloquent it is. Eloquent is to say something effectively. And there's a great power in words if you do not hitch too many of them together. And the most valuable of all talent, I love this. Most valuable of all talent is that never using two words when only one is required. So resume versus CV, guys. So it's a resume is our one-page summary of our experience and background relevant to the job we are applying to. CV, on the other hand, is a longer academic diary. Diary means consisting of number of pages that includes all our experiences related to academics, certificates, and publications. Very important publication. Resume is specifically tailored, specifically is built for a specific job, and CV is a comprehensive, it's exhaustive overview of our job for jobs and admission. Primarily for admission, we need this, especially the research or when you're applying for any internship abroad. There we need CV. It has got academic inclination. On the other hand, resume has got job professional inclination. The purpose of resume is to highlight our experience, no doubt, in terms of project, because you all are freshers, and skills that will make you a great candidate for a particular position, that is job. On the other hand, CV, to present a case that your academic experience and accomplishment make you a great candidate for a particular academic position, likewise professor, etc., or admission there abroad. Primarily after GRE, most of you would be interested in doing MS. Audience, who would assess your resume or CV? Any possible employer or HR, obviously. CV, follow academics. It's a huge difference between any possible employer or HR employee and between fellow academics on hiring committees. CV. Length, resume at the max, generally we keep it one page. CV, as long as you need it to be, while keeping it as concise as possible. We have to be to the point. Sometimes it can go to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages as per your accomplishments, achievements, publications, papers, etc. Whatever you have published. And not more than 2 pages in case of resume, in case, but we restrict ourselves to only 1 page when it comes to resume, the lengthwise. Description of experience, focused on active skills that can easily be utilized to achieve growth, career growth, and to contribute to the growth of the organization. So focus on active skills linked with the quantifiable results you have achieved, till now. And often in experience, in CV it is not required, because your audience is already, they are learned people, scholar people, so they would understand. If you just write that you have worked on these projects, you have published these papers, they'll be able to make out easily the depth of your knowledge. Looking at the publication, conference titles, they all are self-explanatory in case of CV. Objective statement may appear, but it is not required. In both the cases, I would say it is not required, but resume generally will write objective statement on the top of the first page. In CV, it is not included. References, obviously not required. You already have been referred by your college to the companies, so not included. References not included in your resume, but in CV absolutely essential, absolutely, and they generally find the place at the end of your CV, because without reference, CV is useless, because you need to mention your guide or the project mentor or other such people, learned scholar people, those who helped while doing research or project in any specific chosen area of your expertise. So why we are discussing, why we have kept this session, why? So guys, we don't need more than a couple of words here to show that what we bring to the table, and it should be bulleted list so that they can, HR panel, and I'm talking about resume only, they can scan easily, they can read easily. Very, very important, because as of now, you are doing graduation from engineering from one of the prestigious institutes, chain of institutes here in India, IIT. So at present, they are not aware of your potential, they do not know you in person. So resumes are identity. The first point of contact between you and the company would be the piece of paper called resume. And scanning your resume, after they're reading your resume, they'll create the mental image or the visualize about your potential. So resume is first point of contact. And at this time of interview, then you come face to face with the panel. In person, you meet and they'll assess your, they'll match the alignment of whatever you have written in resume with your answers. So it gives out picture, your clear, crystal clear picture of the world of unknown people to whom you have forwarded your resume, especially HR of the company. And obviously there are several parameters on which any company's HR or any other person would scrutinize, assess your resume, and will try to judge your potential for your resume to be, for you to be shortlisted. That is why this piece of paper called resume is very, very important. And generally, as of now, I do not find anything surprising. As of now, we don't need this piece of paper, because right now we are in 4th year or 3rd year finally. So, but when it comes to applying, then it is required. So how it should be? A perfectly crafted resume can make our first impression. It is the first impression on the panel. Design, most of the students, they generally go by the aesthetic aspect of resume, which is utterly nonsense. Design is just part of it, but the central part is content, your potential, your depth. So because you're from engineering background, you'll be applying to technical positions. So when it comes to engineering or technical position, the depth of your knowledge would be checked, in addition to other qualities like soft skills, hard skills, etc. So resume should be as short as possible. It should fill in with the relevant content that you've acquired over the years. The only condition is, in just 1 or 1.5 page at the max, we need to present ourselves so that we are shortlisted, because the same company would be covering the entire India. In case of MNC, it would be covering entire world. And in whichever college, let it be IIT or non-IIT, whichever college they'll find relevant candidate, they'll pick up. So at the time of interview or while shortlisting, so I told you in the communication also exercise, during interview, we are not interested in knowing who you are. We are interested in knowing what you have, what is important, rather than if you just write your name from IIT and you think that this will fetch you a good job or being shortlisted. No, until unless they'll meet you, they'll interview you, 2, 3, 4 rounds would be there, round 1, round 2. Then I'm talking about the big companies. So it is assumed that you're from the topmost college, one of the topmost colleges. So you have got potential in you. You have got depth in your learning. You have got depth in your skills. So it is already assumed, but they want to check it. That's why they would be least bothered about who you are. They are interested only in knowing what you are. So what will come at the time of interview? So resume, you should be able to justify whatever you have written in resume at the time of interview also. No doubt we should be writing in the quantified terms also, 1, 2 times, 3 times, achieved this, etc. But at the time of interview, it is very important whatever you say should align with your resume, because most of the time while writing anything about us, so we all feel greatly honored and we exaggerate our qualities, and at the time of interview we are not able to justify. So make sure that alignment should be there. But that is interview, the second part. Right now we are focusing on shortlisting part, but you already have been shortlisted because companies would be coming to your college as a placement drive. So one step you're already ahead of other candidates in open. So myth. So some people tend to think that resume is a report work or a thesis paper or kind of internship report or project report, and they'll submit a file full of papers in the interview, and this will make recruiter quite uncomfortable, and chances of getting hired will decrease. So this is a complete myth that you have to write your biography. I would say autobiography is not required. They just need couple of words, potential lines, achievements from your side to judge the potential in you, because you're just 2021 at the max, and at the age of 2021 we do not expect person to know everything under the sun. Let it be candidate be from IIT, the topmost colleges here in India. So but at least we want good raw material to run, to compete with the world outside. See, whenever you're preparing any dish, two things are required, very important. One, the chef, the cook should be good, and the raw material should also be good. If one of the elements is missing, the end result would be disastrous. So you are fine, but the company is average company. Company is fine, but the candidate is average. In both the cases, the result would not be up to our expectations. So take this myth out of that mind that you need to submit project report there in terms of resume. No, not required. So why it is important? A good resume can get an edge over the competition. A good resume makes a good image. Everything moves around image. For example, first impression is the last impression, as we all say. So good image, the first very virtual image is built through, will come out of your resumes. So good image of applicant in the eyes of recruiter. 3/4, guys, I'm underlining the stuff. 3/4 of battle is won if we present, if we submit good resume. 3/4, 75%, guys. Only 25% we have to show at the time of interview. Yes, I have got potential in me, so I'm the best suitable for this job or the profile. A good resume might get a realistic chance of getting selected. Therefore, the efforts we all put in for making good resume are worth it. That's why it's important. And very important line. So it has striking similarity with speed dating, guys, in just 30 seconds, because whenever I pick up your resume, I'll just take 30 seconds to scan the entire page. In 30 seconds, you have to impress the HR or the panel of the company or the director of the company, whoever is coming to your college during placement drives. It's kind of speed dating. You've got just 30 seconds and that's it. And for interview, guys, in first step that you have been shortlisted now, then you will have 15 minutes to show your potential. In case of GDs also 15 minutes. So these 30 minutes plus 30 seconds, 30 minutes plus 30 seconds can make us or break us. So these first 30 seconds are very important, so as to get the opportunity to showcase our talent in these 15 minutes PI, 15 minutes GD, in case if they keep. But interviews for sure will happen definitely. So these 30 seconds, very important, guys. So it has to be, it should carry some weight. The piece of paper called resume. Because while studying, we all think that we are only potential candidate in the world, and company is coming and directly will pick us. No, company would be moving all over the world. So axis around which we should move. So primarily, before we start making a resume, first of all, we should scan our potential or ask a couple of questions ourselves, that what we have and what our employer would be is looking for, how it is to be shown, the next very important question. So therefore, your resume should reflect only your personality, and please do not commit this mistake of copying pasting someone else's resume, because while reading your resume, I should be able to visualize your potential, your image, not somebody else's image. So make sure that, because in northern India especially, or in India, I would say, we all follow CCP format, cut, copy, paste. Let it be project work, let it be thesis, let it be anything. We Indians are so innovative, so very innovative, that we use this tool effectively. All over the world, we are the only ones, I think, we use this tool effectively. So please do not cut, copy, paste. Start directly from the net and you just change your name, will not serve the purpose. You need to ask yourself what you have and what they are looking, and we need to bridge the gap first with a piece of paper called resume, second at the time of interview, and third, you are done and you'll be straightway given offer letter, job. Now, what are employers, your employer is looking for? They would be looking for your communication skills, computer skills, people skills. I'll be underlining a couple of things very important: people skills, leadership skills, organization skills, time management skills, collaboration. Very, very important, guys. And ultimately, you'll be working with the entire team of people, company all over the world, across cultures, and no doubt problem solving. These you already have. Computer skills you already have. Communication skills, I would assume that you already have, but it is very important to show them that you have got people skill also, leadership skills also, organization skills also, time management skills also. Very, very important. So any employer, any company would be interested in these qualities in any candidate, and any candidate, if they find all these qualities intact and that to at the proper level, you are in, they are in. So discover, so therefore it is very important. The very first step is discover the skills that company would value. So use your job description to customize. So it's better to visit the website of the company and try to figure out the work culture, the ethics they follow. So therefore, customize accordingly your resume skills and work history sections accordingly. If companies IT has got IT is from IT sector, there's no point in showing that you are a great golfer, because they will not value golf playing skills. So please gain insight in the workplace culture and the company's value. You will definitely discover some additional qualities that would be prized by your employer. Very, very important. For example, in case to understand what I'm saying, for example, IBM, for example, will include dedication to every client's success. Should be your objective also. Innovation, they like innovation, they like innovative. Those who are into innovative thinking, they value innovation. IBM. And very, very important, trust and responsibility in all relationship. You with your family, with your boss, with your colleagues, with your superiors, with your nation, with your organization. They value trust and responsibility. This actually comes at number one position when it comes to companies like IBM abroad, and here in India, Wipro, Infosys, TCS, they all value trust, because anything can be taught, except we cannot inculcate trust instantly in you, or honesty instantly in you. This we have to develop, and we have been given 16, 18, 19, 20 years to develop, to show that we are responsible and you can trust, you can rely on us. So this cannot be taught. Rest, you talk about any language, you talk about any skill, you talk about communication skills, any skill can be taught, but this is it's development. Their development is gradual. Trust and responsibility. So it's for sure, whenever you're applying for any particular company, please make sure that you visit the website so that you can customize your resume as per the company's requirement. No doubt, 90-80% things would remain the same for every in every resume for every company, but 20-30% variation would definitely be there as per the work culture, profile, reach, target audience. So whenever we're talking about skills, we have got two different types: hard or technical skills that can be easily measured, quantified. You already have acquired too many technical skills, and soft skills. From now onwards, guys, always remember that you'll be selected because of your technical skills, but you'll be thrown out because of your soft skills if they are not up to the mark. So it's very important to simultaneously work on soft skills also. So hard skills, technical skills, you already have acquired through practice, education, and training. And then these skills, hard skills, are measurable, easy to show in the resume also, and we have got substantiate claim also in the form of certificates. But soft skills, they are interpersonal skills, will reflect, and they reflect one's personality and personal attributes. Why company? That's why interviews are kept. That's why even after scanning, picking up the potential candidate of the resume of the potential candidate, then also we want to take interview, because we want to check whether you will be able to fit yourself well into a company's work culture, or how well you would be handling, how would you handle stress, how good you are handling stress, how you can communicate clearly with others. It's not that you'll be working only with Indian clients. Since you're from technical background, you'll be working with clients from abroad even. So it's very important to focus on. I've seen most of the people are not getting promotion because they are not up to the mark when it comes to their technical soft skills. Technical, okay, if you're going only for research and development or research purpose, then probably more weightage would be given to your hard skill than to soft skills. But you're applying for professional positions in companies as per your qualification, then soft skills is given more weightage. Hard skills, they already know that you've spent 4 years in this college, you already have prepared well, your CGP is fine, everything is fine, so you already have got hard skills in place. But soft skills you need to work on, we all have to work on, and we keep on working our soft skills as per the requirement of the culture, context, companies, etc. So keep in mind, guys, so resume, what a resume should have: simplicity yet elegance in resume. Resume should have substantive and substantial claims. It should be error free. Personalization of resume, we should be focusing on these points one by one. And professional overview in the resume, very important, very important. So guys, why we are giving weightage to soft skills? Why? We live in a world where presentation is given equal importance. That's why we kept this communication session also last time. We live in a world where presentation is given equal importance as any other skill. So companies want people who can represent their organization with a particular style, and don't want a random person with skills minus presentation skills. So that's a part of communication, but it is very important to show this in resume as well. Why soft skills are important? Agree that you are an excellent performer but with a bad behaviors, then don't think for a second even that you'll be tolerated anywhere, as people like to work with pleasant folks. Let it be the person average, because person can again be given training, can be the things can be learned as well. So but they all want to work with pleasant folks, not with the toxic ones. And growth is always given to a person who is a people's person, not only technical. That's the main problem with Steve Jobs. Even he was not people's person. Technically, he was very sound. So soft skills will include your adaptability, collaboration, communication, creativity, decision making, empathy. Very, very important, empathy. Leadership skills, multitasking, positivity, your ability to motivate yourself, time management, and work ethics. The most important of all are the few important ones. So soft skills will include these attributes. So we need to check whether we have got how many of these qualities we have. So your resume, our resume should have. Next part. First of all, simplicity yet elegant. All the text should be in single common readable font. Let it be Times New Roman or Arial, or one or two fonts which are nowadays used frequently. Highlight only the relevant material, guys. Only the relevant material. You should have structured and crisp look in your resume. Reasonable length, 1.5 page at the max. Overall, some pleasing aesthetics, but without much efforts. Pleasing aesthetics means bold or highlight wherever you have to underline or highlight or bold. Because we're not applying for actor's job, actress job, or modeling job. We are just applying for some job which will give us opportunity to explore our potential in terms of application of learning. For example, we should not say I won the first prize while in competition against a world-class professional in the toughest version of XYZ coding championship. Generally, you will find students writing this, but instead we should only write I won the first prize in the competition XYZ coding championship. This much is much more than appropriate, rather than writing adding adjectives unnecessary. This will not serve any purpose, because they know that this is you only are thinking is the toughest version. Otherwise, we have got a number of competitions like these. So just mention you won the first prize, because they'll be interested in looking at the first prize and coding, first prize and coding, and your name. These three things are important rather than toughest version, world class professionals. They'll not be interested in knowing this. Only you, first prize, coding championship, and you. That's it. These three things are important for them. So it has to be simple yet elegant at the same time. Substantive and substantial claim. Substantive means which are the claims which have got substance in them, and we should have certificates also, proof also, evidences also to substantiate those claims. So substantive claims are those which might have some substance in them, and these are not arbitrary or random claims. Likewise, we do in poetry. I think that during monsoon, if you ask any poet describe weather outside, I will say, I see lot many emotions flowing through the sky. It seems as if God is about to cry. Normal weather forecast, sky is overcast and it is about to rain. But on the other hand, poet will describe in some other words. So these are not random claims like poets. We need to have substance in them first, and we should have substantial evidences also to prove. So there should be neither exaggeration nor undermining. Non-substantive claims will repel the recruiters. If you write anything in random, will not serve the purpose. And non-substantial claims, just you write anything for the sake of filling resume, because many juniors, I know that many juniors would go to their seniors, and their seniors, because they are already busy, so they'll write anything to fill the lines, to show that so that one page should seem like it has got something in it. So writing without any purpose, writing without any evidence, without any conviction will not serve the purpose. So make sure that you avoid these silly mistakes. Error-free resume, grammatically also and technically also. If our resume is error-free, be sure that we have won 25% of the battle, and we are ahead of even 25% of the applicants even. On the other hand, errors, let it be technical or typo or grammar errors, will show that we are very irresponsible. This very important piece of paper, you're not even bothered about to write only 1 or 2 lines grammatically and technically correct. How we can think of giving you huge responsibility when it comes to dealing with the world, globalized world, because their company would be competing with the clients, working for the clients abroad also, all over the world, and rivals are equally strong. If you think that only Google is the company in the world, then you're terribly mistaken. There are equally good companies when it comes to potential fighting with. Do you think that Google hasn't got any competition in the world? Then we are terribly wrong. Even Google also, Yahoo also. You talk about any good company, there would be rival companies also. So any company would not tolerate that irresponsible applicant. So be ultra sure to proofread your resume carefully to remove errors before you press send button or submit. Make sure it should be error-free. That's why I've written error-free in bold. Personalization of the resume, important. Yes, it is required. Your resume should be a reflection of only your personality. Well, reading your resume, I should not think that I'm reading Hrithik Roshan or Ranveer Singh resume. And it is time-tested fact that resume always presents the image of an applicant. You read about anybody, let's say even you read WhatsApp message sent by someone you can easily make out the mood of that person. So you're submitting the entire experience journey so far in terms of achievements. So don't you think that they'll be able to visualize your picture? It has to be authentic picture, genuine picture. You make sure that your resume should present an image that is exclusively yours. Please avoid cut, copy, paste kind of attitude. Because very first journey, very first step of your first journey, and again you're following kiddish steps, you're showing immaturity, will not reach anywhere in the world. Professional overview. Should not personalize your resume to the extent of unprofessionalism. You should restrict to your name and your email ID. That this much personal information is required, rather than how many brothers, sisters you have, etc., etc. So make sure that you strike a right balance between personalization and professionalism. Positive words to describe yourself. Use words like able, creative, dependable, energetic, experienced, flexible, hardworking, innovative, motivated, organized. Man, no doubt you give damn importance to this sense of humor, but it's very much required in today's world. How many of you feel that you have got great sense of humor? How many of you feel that? I'm not talking about the cheap sense of humor. I'm talking about the genuine sense of humor. I'm not talking about the bullying. Do you have sense of humor in you? You think that, or you're likewise? All the engineers are pretty damn serious. I've seen most of the engineers like Einstein or Madame Curie. Okay, let's move ahead then. So, but it's, at the time of interview, we can. So, and positive words to describe your achievement. Now, this is very important, guys. This is very, very important. Use the verbs like achieved, competed, delivered. I'll be showing you one sample resume also. Helped, identified, managed, on time, participated, supervised, won. Use these verbs to quantify your achievements, because ultimately they'll be looking at this achieved and what you achieved. Identified, what you identified. Managed, what you managed. Participated in what? Supervised what? Won how many times and what? So clear markers to show the importance. Right now, the writing part. What information we should have in our resume and characteristic of a successful resume, guys? What information should we include? So first of all, we need to identify yourself by your name and name, education, continuing education. In your case, internship project, not work or professional experience, voluntary experience, activities, computer skills, professional associations, etc. Optional, objective is optional, but most of the time I've seen that candidates writing objective, but they pick up the line without even understanding the interpretation or essence of that particular line. They simply pick up from the net and paste it on their resume on the top of. So make sure that you read the line and you understand the definition and the keywords, core essence of the line also. Special skills and abilities, in case if the profile is such that you need to mention, then reference statement in resume it is not required. These all are optional. So guys, we need to focus therefore on skills, use action words. Likewise, I showed you a couple of action words to define the responsibilities and how potential in you can be shown. It should be easy to read and understand. Do not use exceptionally high vocabulary. Likewise, I showed you in while doing communication session. Visually powerful, but free of gimmicks. There should not be unnecessarily font size and font styles and other such colorful flowers and Walt Disney cartoons pasted. No gimmicks. Visually powerful, but free of gimmicks. 1 page or at the max 2 pages. Language grammatically correct. Spelling doubly checked. Style formal. Format. So it has to be neat and clean. So it has to be neat format, and which will allow you to present your credential in a professional manner. It has to be neat and clean. No unnecessary gimmicks or aesthetics, not required. Because they have to scan n number of resume. They're not interested in your creativity. Order of information, General sequence is something like personal details, your name, email, telephone number. Then we start with academic record, extracurricular achievements, internship, life projects, work experience, if applicable, but not in your case, skill set. This order of information that we need to present in our resume. This is general trend. Number of pages, 1. Add the max 2, but keep it to the 1 only. Font size, header, footer, 1214, 1214. Lines, please use line break. Once you are done with one head, line break. Second head, you're done with second head, line break. So please use line break at the end of academic records, work X, internship, extracurricular, etc. Margin, leave aside 0.5, 0.5 inch. So that page, otherwise, if you reduce the margin, then it will look overcrowded. And if you decrease the margin below, if you go below 0.5, then it will not present the aesthetic or the neat look. So margins 0.5 sufficient, neither less nor more. So therefore, guys, now since you'll be sitting for many interviews, many companies, so customize and update resume for each opportunity. It should not be that for mechanical engineering, you're submitting mechanical engineering, a core company, you're submitting the same resume, same set of skills. Not 80% skill set would remain the same, but 20-30% variation definitely would be there. So please customize and update resume for each opportunity. Focus on achievements, guys. Focus on achievements. Emphasize, because you all are engineers, so you need to emphasize on your technical skills. Very, very important. Highlight the main heads and subheads and make them eye-catching just by writing them in bold. Use separate subhead for each segment. Keep it short and precise. These are very much required in a resume. Follow the reverse chronological order. Reverse chronological order means start from your graduation, means BTech, then 12th, then 10th, etc. Use bullet points. Make sure that you quantify your achievements wherever possible, because we want to check potential. We want to check what in you, not who you are. Always keep this in mind. Who is not so important. Use same font throughout the resume, and size pattern should also, the format should be the same. Check for spelling and grammar. Very important. Otherwise, at this age and from IIT, if you're committing silly mistakes, will not be taken in good light. Things not to do. Please do not misrepresent your education or job experience or project experiences, internship. Please do not get too personal. There's no need to provide photograph unless specified, identification number, etc. Please do not experiment with unconventional format. Do not use childish or funny immature email ID. I'll show you one. Please do not share your resume in Word file. It has to be PDF format. And this is absolutely childish. Please avoid this. Salary mentioning. I need 1.63 crore per second. If you can afford this much salary, then think of picking up my resume. Otherwise, leave my resume. Thank you. Please do not mention this. The salary mentioning would be during second or third job, not first job. First job is the opportunity to show to the world that you have learned a lot. Now it's time to apply the learning. Things not to do. No declaration at the bottom of the resume that information is correct as per my knowledge and as per the Constitution of India, etc., etc. Please, no disclaimer, nothing, no declaration. Do not overdo the formatting. Do not use a word like first time, myself, otherwise a grammatically wrong word to use in place of subject. Chance. And do not use this kids like hobbies like watching TV, listening music. Be more specific. You love watching, just watching TV, switched on TV, switched off TV, right? You love watching sci-fi movies. That's it. That's more specific. Help the panel to assess your personality. You love watching Nat Geo, Discovery. Just write something. You love listening songs by, rather than listening music. What kind of music? So about these kind of word authoritative. Nowadays, companies want collaborator, not authoritative people. And I am the person who can think outside the box. I'm very detail oriented. You can check my track record, please. They have enough number of questions with them to check your ability to think outside the box, or whether you're detail oriented or not, and your track record they already have. Avoid this passionate word. I'm very passionate about this. This is so overused nowadays. Had you not been passionate, so you wouldn't have applied for this post. So result driven. I'm driven by result. So instead, you need to show that you're driven by purpose, personal development, and colleagues, teammates, as well as the achievement of the companies or by others even. Rather than I'm result driven person, I can go up to any extent to get the result. What do you mean by go up to any extent? This has got n number of meanings and can be interpreted in n number of ways. So rather than using result driven, show that you're driven by the purpose. Simple sample mistakes. Simple mistake, I would say. This is nowadays, after watching a couple of songs, people like cool Akshat at the rate of gmail.com, just write Akshat Dogra. Skills. This is wrong way of interpreting your writing your skills. I have a great command of MS or over MS Excel. Wrong. Simply write MS Excel and its subhead. Advanced macros, pivot tables. It's sufficient to show that you know this. Resume faux pas. Great attention to look at the spelling the person has written. D is missing. Etail. Proven ability to track down and correct errors. He himself has written the word wrong, spelled wrong. Am a perfectionist. Are you Amir Khan? And rarely forget details. The E is missing. Accomplishment. Look at the accomplishment of this guy. Completed 11 years of high school. Great. What's so big deal about this? Everybody here has completed 11 years. Please do not use I or me. No pronouns. So your resume should be 110% here. I've written here 100, but I generally use 110% truthful. Should not contain inappropriate personal information. Should be produced on computer. Should not be handwritten. No doubt. Nowadays, nobody use this format. Data should be presented in chronological order unless it is functional. Then for second, third, fourth job, we need functional, but not for the first job. Now let's talk about scannable resume because a couple of you wanted me to highlight a couple of things about scannable. Nowadays, in order to, we can scan your resume, you can read your resume in person also. Any employee or HR would read in person, or nowadays we have got, we'll insert your resume and the computer, the software will scan. So make sure that bullet points should be used wisely, because software will not be able to scan bullet points always. Dash should be used in a neat and clean manner. Use label and keywords. Less is more when it comes to scannable. I'll show you one sample also. Keep the design very simple because software would be picking only keywords. Minimize the use of abbreviation. Minimize the use of abbreviations because our software will not be able to read. Format. In scannable, we can go up to 14 points also, 10 to 14, header 14 and rest 12 size. Good fonts would be Helvetica, Courier, Times Roman. Avoid italics, underline, shadows, symbols, reverse lettering. Software will not be able to scan. Avoid vertical, horizontal lines, graphics, boxes. Avoid two-column format. Place your name at the top of the page in its own line. Use standard address format below the name. Simple, because software will only be able to scan the normal format. Content. Use enough keywords because they'll be picking up the keywords only. For example, computer science, supervised, to define your skills, experiences, education. Increase the list of keywords, guys. It's very important because in scannable resume, they will find keywords, including, for example, list the name of software you use. Describe your experience specific rather than vague description. use jargon and acronyms specific to your industry only. Industry, technically correct. Scannable, the content-wise scannable should be something like this. Now, this is very important, guys. Include keywords to maximize hits. Describe your experience with concrete active words rather than vague description. For example, it is better to use manage a team of software engineers rather than responsible for managing, training, etc. team of, simply write manage team of software engineers. Your software will read managed team software engineers. That's it. That's how we need to use keywords to maximize the hits. And by default, you'll be shortlisted by the computer. Basic checklist, whether scannable or PDF format, sending otherwise through mails. So no spelling or grammar errors. It should be neat and clean, professional looking. Length should be 1-2 pages. Margin, side and bottom should be taken care of. Layouts, easy. Use white space very, very effectively. Why we are talking about why we kept this session? Because we have got only 1 page and 30 seconds, guys, to get the chance of being shortlisted by the company. So it's very important to use white space effectively. Bullet points when possible for accomplishments, and make sure, I'm repeating it third time, quantify your results, because we are interested in what, not who. And you're lucky that nowadays colleges are inviting companies for the placement drive. During my times, we all have to apply outside, off campus. This is nowadays. From past 15-20 years, I would say that this placement program has started. Almost all the colleges have become placement agencies even, and they highlighted that our top placement was this year. So during my time, we all have to fight in open. So you're lucky in this case. So guys, are you getting whatever we were discussing? Or I'm just enjoying, let's play resume myself. Am I making any sense?
Yes, sir.
बहुत धीरे से आवाज आ रही है. Yes, sir. Who is it?
Yes, sir.
अरे वाह, जोश is high, huh? Okay. Fine. Somebody's mic is on. Okay, now format reverse chronological, and fonts only 2 or 3. Please do not experiment with different font size. Bold, italic, underlines wherever required. No more than 2 or 3 different sizes. Information should be logically recorded. Use action verbs. I'll be showing a resume sample also. Don't worry. And the scannable resume sample also. You will find the difference. So guys, this is the sample. XYZ name, contact number, email ID, right? Then education, pursuing BE, electronics interpretation control engineering from IIT Dharwad. I don't know whether this discipline is there in your college or not. Is it there? Is it there in your college? Electronics information control engineering? No, it's only electronics.
Electrical.
Electrics and electrical and electronics. Okay.
Only electrical.
Electrical.
They provide all the courses inside the name of electrical.
Only electrical. Okay. The basic difference between electronics and electrical, other than spellings, is what is the basic difference other than spellings?
Electronics and electrical. Electronics, we work with 5 volts and DC level circuits.
Absolutely marvelous. What's your name?
Swagat.
Mr. Welcome. Absolutely marvelous. Electricity is 440 or up to 1000 volts, and electronics only 0 to 6 volt. Great, yeah. CGP 8.05 secured 80 in 12th, the school's name, 10th class result. Then projects, wireless mobile charging system, and we describe what we did in that project. Humidity meter, in which year and what was it. Trainings undertaken. Look at the font size and description. Then IoT with embedded Linux and Raspberry Pi, etc. You can very well understand these keywords. Technical, extracurricular, co-curricular activities, executive member of Microsoft Students Chapter, organize and manage coding events, team member of Harupa website, Android app, manage Google Drive, EIC, batch, academic material, event management, head of whatever society, the department, attended by the workshop organized workshop attended by 100 to 130 students. So these are extracurricular activities. And then skills, last, language, C++, PCB designing, Eagle, IoT, all technical stuff, MATLAB, Simulink, etc. Now CV for internship. Now guys, you asked me that the CV. See, CV resumes for jobs, and CV for let's say you want to apply for research positions, academic positions. But again, I would recommend that those who want to go abroad and do MS, for them the most important document is not CV. CV will come later on. First of all, it is SOP, statement of purpose. Focus more on statement of purpose rather than CV. The CV is also altogether the same. The only thing is that it will include your contact info, your profile, key skills, education, previous employment, work experience. In your case, it would be only internship and projects, your interest, and very, very important in CV, curriculum vitae. It is references. But again, for universities outside India, they give more weightage to statement of purpose. Here in India, our answers are very simple. Why you want to go for this job? Why initially you picked up this course IIT? Sir, my cousin recommended this. Weren't you interested in? So I was not interested initially, but because of competition, I entered this and I wanted to show my cousin that I also can crack. Very genuine answer, honest, brutally honest. And then why you want to go for this job? Sir, I need salary, I need to settle down. And what you will do after you're settled and you will start getting salary? Sir, marriage, of course, sir. I have selected one girl for me, sir. So these are answers from developing economy. And in statement of purpose or CV, they want to check the passion, the depth in you, and why you are interested in this profile. And they'll not buy this argument that because of salary package, because I love science. What kind of love it is, I don't know. I cannot quantify it, I cannot define it. And sir, I'm pretty comfortable with number. And during MBA interview, I've seen most of the engineers, sir, I think engineering from IIT and MBA from IIMS, it's a kind of deadly combination. I haven't understood as of now what's so deadly about IIT and IIM combined. I haven't understood. So these all are rubbish answers outside. Will work here in India, but not abroad. So abroad, CV no doubt is important, but before this, you should have statement of purpose clearly and with conviction written, and should be able to stand.
So here you're referring to references, right, sir? What do you specifically, somebody referring me for this particular job, or so what does that reference mean?
Course or the research position or MS position references. This is called letter of recommendation, LOR. The second very important document abroad is LOR.
Okay.
From your HOD, from your project mentor, or internship where you did internship, their managing director or immediate project director there. So 3 or 4 people recommending your qualities and wishing you success. Reference is very important because you're applying for something related to a research or oriented or academics. So we want to check. They will not be so interested in your soft skills, no doubt we all have, but we are more interested. They would be more interested in looking the depth in your knowledge. So that's why I'll be showing you one sample. So guys, summary. So before I sum up, let me show you the one scannable resume. Are you able to see this scannable resume?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So look at the font size and the style of writing. Simple. I've taken it from net, no doubt. Computer scannable resume. Look at the format, neat and clean, simple font size, uniform font size, and look at the keywords. Skill keywords, geography. Just I'm just giving you the idea. Urban planning, transportation, remote sensing, web design, programming. All these are the keywords to be used. Skill keywords. Education, Pennsylvania State University, Park, etc. through Fall Spring 2009, Bachelor of Science in Geography, option in, etc. Relevant coursework, computer background, OS, Windows, GIS application. Look at the only keywords. No adjective. No adjective, latest, window version, no latest, nothing, because computer will not pick up your latest word. They'll just pick up window, etc. Window Vista, window NT, 98, 95 Unix, work experience. That's how we frame scannable resume. US, crew leader, assistant, enumerator, state college number, ensured and acquire, an entire dormitory was counted, helped, interview door to door, Devu campus advisor from this to this year, academic recognition, earth and mineral sciences, alumni scholarship, Bunton Waller fellowship, activities, treasure. So this is how we have to write scannable resume. You need to use the keyword, that two standard keywords, to describe whatever you want to describe. Let it be your skill set or your education or relevant coursework, project work, etc. Do not use adjectives in scannable resume. And in case of CV, and guys, can you see this now? Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So this is a CV sample, again taken from net, but look at the name, academic appointment, the objective, the profile, assistant professor English, education. Now look at the length, and only PhD, Master of Arts, Bachelor of Arts, publications, then CV. Articles published, book reviews done, informal publications, fellowship and grants, research, community writing projects. It's very heavy. CV actually is very heavy. University programming, award and honors, national conferences attended, organized. Look at the achievements, credential of this guy. This lady, I would say. Local regional conferences, international, different. In addition to this, we have local regional conferences. This is page number 3 or 3rd or 4th. University teaching, community teaching, writing program administration, assistant director at these positions, the places, selected invited workshop and presentations, academic leadership and services, workshop attended, professional writing and editing, professional affiliations, associations. So guys, references. So see, these are references. Who has referred this person? Kate Vieira, assistant professor English, Brad Hughes, director writing across curriculum from all the areas, Krista, assistant professor of English. 4 people are vouching for this guy, this person. Page number 7 pages. 7 pages is CV. Otherwise, in resume, how many pages? Only 1, at the max 1.5, at the max 2, I would say, but restricted to 1.5 pages. That's it. That's a CV.
So my question is, can the resume be something, a balance between the projects and a very brief note about whatever I'm doing instead of a detailed report?
It should highlight in quantified terms your achievements, experiences, achievements so far, journey so far, because rest at the time of interview will be able to judge.
Also, is it advisable to use something like latex and other softwares to write the CV?
Definitely. If it is required, these softwares are required, are used nowadays, and you have used for some important project and you have achieved something significant using these languages, and then for sure need to show. Look at the relevance with respect to the profile they're offering and the culture there and the work you'll be doing there. If it is required, then show it. And in future also, if it is required directly or indirectly, then show it. Have I answered your question now? Who is it?
Yeah, Swagat. So my question was, is it specific that if I use some softwares like latex instead of Word or something to write the CV itself?
Acha, while writing, see, you use latex or any software to type your CV or resume, but ultimately we all have to convert it into PDF format.
Yeah, my question was, is it? I have seen many students using very graphical kind of a CV where they have color bars and all.
No.
Those are all not
Aesthetics,
advisable.
No, not advisable, because we are not applying for some project director kind of post where we have to show tables in the terms of pie chart or growth in terms of pie chart. We are not presenting the sales plan next year, so no need. Just crisp bullet point 1 to 1.5 page, and believe me, if your points are substantial, if your points are they're carrying some weight, your achievements are really very significant, definitely within 20 seconds you'll be picked up. You'll be shortlisted. Nothing to worry about. These all are required. These visuals are required in seminars or presentations in the sales plan, sales meet, board of directors meet. You're just starting your journey, so no need to show that. Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
You once said that a resume should be in single column. Like, is it like 2 column won't be scanned or something like that?
Two columns. Generally, we avoid 2 columns because the nowadays one format is very popular. The side margin is a little bit broadened, and you write the heads there. But that is not considered 2 column format. 2 column means you write, draw the line at the center, and you write something here, something there. So no need to. We are not comparing our achievements with someone else's achievements. So avoid. We have got single format unless specified you want to. So something very specific which can only presented in that divided format, then it is fine. But what specifically you want to highlight in this format, other than the normal general format? Yes. Do you want to highlight something very specific using this divided format, where we draw the line and write something this side, remaining other side?
Like, if it is going more than 1 page, then in that case we can like some kind of limits.
It's more than 1 page. Add the next 2 pages. Add the next 2 pages, and use the second page also up to the last.
Like in that, I think everything will be concise in a single page. So maybe that might.
No. It is. No. It should not be. It should not look even overcrowded. In case you have achieved a number of things, and you need second page also, because presentation should be neat and clean as well at the same time. It has to be concise, no doubt, but at the same time, it should not look overcrowded even. So you want to use second page? Go for second page even.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Right. So summary, guys. Employers do not want to read a long history of yours, so make your resume crisp. Should not forget, mention your full name along with your contact number. Do not write Shivaji the boss. Right. And picture of yours is not compulsory. And if it is, then make sure that you attach recent photo, passport size photo or whatever. Recent. It should be recent. I've seen that students pasting 10th class board examination photograph and 12th class. When you enter the interview room and we compare your photograph with you in person, then we are shocked. You're looking very innocent, and we are surprised that at how come in the final year of IIT BTech, the person is looking so very innocent, and when you enter the room, you enter like something, you know, the rock star. So make sure that in case, but generally 99.99% it is not required. Photograph is not required. Avoid adding colors to your resume and try to keep it more simple and clear. Always recheck twice, thrice, I would say, to check, avoid spelling or grammatical mistakes. So guys, follow these steps. That's not a lot to do. Use a good template, because you have to present in a very, very unique way. You should your resume should reflect your personality only. 100% total success. Make sure that make your way to your dream. So guys, this, I love this, these lines. Ability is what you are capable of doing. You already have proved yourself by getting into this college. Motivation determines what you do, and attitude determines how well you do it. So consisting of your hard skills also and soft skills. And attitude is more function of soft skills rather than hard skills. So very important, guys. Very, very important. So guys, this is from my side. Hope that you got something out of this session. Was I making any sense? My name is Rajiv Markande, and you can reach me at head.verbal@hitbullseye.com in case of any further query. So you already know Sabina ma'am. and phone number, official phone number 904104143. We'd love to hear from you. So the time has come to wind up this session, guys. Anything you want to ask?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
So I had a couple of questions. Like I have a couple of questions. The question number one is, if I'm applying for a certain internship, and that certain internship requires a certain skill, which I currently don't possess.
But you have written this, sent this to Sabina ma'am also, that in 2 or 3 months you'll be acquiring that skill.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
Guy, what's your name?
This is Harish, sir.
Harish, then make sure that if you have already entered something in writing, but make sure that you're able to complete the training and acquire that skill also. Make sure that you acquire that skill also. Otherwise, let's say, but again, I would recommend, are you sure that you'll be able to complete that particular task within the stipulated time you're mentioning, you'll be writing?
No, sir, this is a hypothetical situation. So
it's better to write, because if you have written that you have got the skill in you, and somehow because of your project or because of your health issues, because of some family issue, because of some any other reason, a number of reasons could be there, and if you're not able to, then you'll not be able to justify. So make sure that avoid, in case if it is necessary and required, without this you find that you'll not be given any opportunity to go for that internship, then you're right, but make sure that come what may, then you have to complete that, because you have given them in writing that you have got this in you. So make sure, but otherwise please try to avoid.
Okay, sir. So moving on to the second question which I have, sir, like, is it a good idea to determine the level of skill we have, like intermediate or ordinary?
No, never. Do not use adjectives that you are the best of the best in this, among this lot from IIT Dharwad. No.
Okay, sir. No, like what I mean is, like when we use the languages like English or be it German or something, like languages, then is it a good idea to say that I'm intermediate level in this language?
Okay. They can write first level. Likewise in judo or karate, we write white belt, black belt, yellow belt. Okay, then it is fine. First level, you clear the first level of this language. Second level, do not say that you are right now struggling with intermediate level. So write first level, second level, third level. Cleared. Whatever you've cleared, you already have cleared the first level and pursuing the second level. Fine. This would serve the purpose.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Any other question? आज तुम लोग आए बहुत कम हो वैसे. So, okay, guys, the time has come to wind up this session, guys. So, was I making any sense? Did you get something out of this session? Purpose was to channelize our thought process.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We learned a lot.
Okay, because most of things you already are aware of. The thing is that at the time of tabular format, Shikha, why you want to write in tabular format? First of all, because language is generally written without any tables. It's better not to use this. Go for a simple general format. Shikha, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir.
Do not experiment with unconventional things, because we want to check the potential in you. We don't want to check the how creatively you can present the things, because in the technical jobs, this creativity in terms of presentation is not required that much, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ishika Sharma. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So guys, the time has come to wind up this session. See you next time around. Should I come again, or I should avoid coming at IIT Dharwad online?
Sir, I had a question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, is it worth mentioning those certificates which we have acquired on online websites like Udemy and all?
See, if you have genuinely, authentically, if you've learned a lot while doing those courses, then it is fine. Other than just for the sake of you think that by adding these certificates will add weight to your resume, then it's not going to serve the purpose. So if you have really learned, by attending those courses and by getting that certificate, then it is worth mentioning.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, just a piece of paper hasn't got any value until unless if you're able to explore those skills for the betterment of the society or the company or the world in which we are all living in. Right?
Yes, sir.
So guys, any other question or should I wind up now? Yes, Sabina ma'am. Should I wind up now?
Yes, sir, all good. I think if they have any more questions, so they can reach me and then we can get informed.
In writing.
Not a problem.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. So guys, thank you for showing patience till the end. So all the best for all your future endeavors and placement drives and your college exams.